going on, everyone? So we're inching closer to the buyout deadline, which is March 1st. The deadline is just for guys to be able to qualify for the postseason, right? Technically, guys can be bought out later, but there's no point, right? Like right now is, sometimes on occasion you'll see it, like a young guy will get bought out to go to a non-playoff team because they're going to get more opportunity, stuff like that, but it's usually rare. So in the next few days, we're going to see who ends up getting bought out. Now, I'm not expecting the Lakers to bring on anyone else. I just don't know if the buyouts that make sense will be there. But there's two guys in particular that I really kind of want to keep an eye on. And if they do get bought out, then those are the two guys that I would make the play for. And to me, it's Khris Middleton and a Matisse Thybulle. I think those two guys are good enough and are exactly what we need in order to justify getting off of, a Maxi Kleber in order to bring those guys in. They're two guys that give you that defensive versatility out on the perimeter, and they're two guys that give you some off-ball shooting, and in the case of Middleton, still gives you some of that shot creation, which you could really use. Khris Middleton's actually having a really good run with the Dallas Mavericks. Matisse Thybulle just got back from injury with the Portland Trailblazers. So question is, are they actually going to end up buying him out and waiving him? They're still have a couple young guys that they want to potentially bring up. So it is still a possibility. We will see. I think they kind of wanted to just give it a couple games to see, is he somebody that we want to kind of keep, or is he somebody that we're okay and comfortable of moving off of? Both guys make sense. Matisse Thybulle more for now in the future, but both guys make sense for at least now and maybe even next year. The reason I also like bringing these two guys in, you wouldn't be able to bring them both in, but one of them at least. The reason I like bringing in one of these guys is because to me, it's one of those things where you can kind of get an early look and see, like in Matisse Thybulle's case, right? Can he stay healthy? Right? You got, let's say by the time you actually sign him, you got, 23 games or 22 games left. If he can't stay healthy in those 22 games plus the playoffs, then you're probably not going to be able to rely on him to play 60 games next year, right? Obviously, again, you wouldn't be necessarily looking for him to be a starter next year. This year, I think there's a real argument for it because of his shooting ability and whatnot. And he is one of the best perimeter defensive on-ball guards in the league. I mean, he's very good. Problem is, again, he can't stay healthy. He's a guy that, again, is making $11.5 million this year. He would be probably in that 18+ million if he could play 70 games a season, because he's just such a good on-ball defense player. Talk about a guy 6'5" in size, got like a 6'11", 7-foot wingspan, can defend basically 1 through 3. Again, Khris Middleton gives you that 6'7" guy. He has, I believe, again, 6'11" wingspan. Can slot in 2 or 3 for you, just like Matisse Thybulle. I do think in some instances, some matchups, he could probably even slot in at the 4, but kind of more that 2-3 type of guy for you. Matisse Thybulle just got back. He's played 7 games in total this season. He's averaging 12 minutes per game. He's getting 3.1 field goal attempts per game, shooting 50% from the floor. From 3-point range on 2 attempts, he's shooting 57.1% from 3-point range. Last year on 3.2 attempts, he's shooting 44%. And then the 2023 season, he shot 35% on 3.6 attempts. But the year before that, on 4 attempts, he shot 39%. So 3 of the last 4 years, granted, this year is a very small sample size, but the last three out of the last 4 years, he shot basically 39% or better, which is something that the Lakers could really use. Obviously, his defense would be very important, impactful. 2-point range on just 1 attempt, he's shooting 37.5%. He is a career 57.5% guy, so again, I trust that he'll kind of get back to being that, especially if he's moving on without the basketball, so they finish around the rim because he has that wingspan, things along those lines. But EFG of 68.2%. He's 100% from the free throw line on 1 attempt. He's grabbing 1.5 rebounds. He is a career 2 rebound a game guy, 1 assist. He's averaging 2 steals right now. 2 steals. He is basically just under a 2 steal a game guy for his career. Last year, and a bigger sample size, averaged 2.2 steals. He's for his career is a 1 block a game guy. He's averaging 5.4 points per game. So again, a guy that can give you the defense, give you the perimeter help, give you a guy that can, I mean, again, you can make the argument he should be our starter, right? A guy that just gives you that on-ball pressure and whatnot. Khris Middleton, again, he's 34. He'll be 35 next year. He turns 35 in August. Again, he's not Khris Middleton of the championship Milwaukee Bucks, but he is Khris Middleton that is averaging on the season 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists on 44% from the floor. He's also been good defensively this year. He's be one of our best defensive players, even despite this year. Again, another guy that you'd get a good look at to see, like, obviously you don't necessarily want him to be your starter long-term, right? Like, but it's more of like, hey, he could be our starter this year, kind of evaluate and see what he could be, and then just be a rotation wing next year. You give him a smaller deal. Because the other thing is, too, you got to keep in mind, Lakers are going to have to solve their 3, their 4, and their 5. Right? It's going to be hard to do. So if you can get kind of, a Matisse Thybulle or a Khris Middleton, right? That again gives you guys that can be in your rotation next year that are going to be cheap, that if they pan out right now, you can kind of get a look at and have them kind of get a little maybe not as important of a role, but another expansion role. And I mean, look, if Khris Middleton does what he's doing in Dallas, I mean, I don't hate just having him as your starting 3 for the year, right? Say you get a Peyton Watson or a Tari Eason, right? You get one of those two, and then you go land a, whatever, you go trade for a Nick Claxton or something like that, right? Like, there's all your cap space, there's all your money, but it's like, okay, well, who's going to be our starting 3? You could kind of have Khris Middleton for the year, kind of develop a Dude Thero, Jake LaRavia will get another year, and then maybe kind of make that switch. Could be kind of nice, right? Just kind of a thought. But this year, for Dallas, again, 5 games played. So again, another small sample size. But he's averaging 23 minutes per game. He's getting 9.8 field goal attempts. He's shooting 49% from the floor. 3-point range on 3.4 attempts. He is shooting 35%. Now, he is a career 5-attempt guy at almost 39%. Again, Dallas has no real playmakers, right? So, can he bump it up to, 37%, right? Like, that's, basically 1.7% better playing alongside Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves. I think that's possible. I mean, you look at the 2024, 2020, like literally last season, right? With Milwaukee on 3.7 attempts, so almost 4 attempts, he shot 41%. So he's not that far removed from getting back to being a 40% 3-point shooter. So can he be that? Even 35% with the defense and shot creation and stuff that he can bring. Again, he'd be our best option as our starting 3. Has experience, playoff experience, a guy that's not going to fold under the moment, has won a championship. You need that, right? Again, would be a better option than what we have currently. From 2-point range, he's shooting 56% on 6.4 attempts. EFG of 55.1%. Free throw shooting on 3.6 attempts. He's shooting 89%. Rebounds, he's at grabbing 5 rebounds. He's a career 4.7 rebound game guy. So again, good rebounder at the position. He's averaging 2.6 assists, career 4 assist guy. He's averaging a steal and 14 points per game. So again, that would be fine if you could get something like that for the Lakers, to where you could get either of those guys. Those are the only guys that I really look at and go like, hey, like there's an argument to get off of. Like Maxi Kleber, probably not playing very much. The only time he ever really gets opportunity is when, you're getting, a Jackson Hayes out or something like that. And then come playoff time, he's probably not going to see the floor at all. Right? Like, so to me, it's like, why not take a flyer? Even if, again, I don't think Matisse Thybulle or Khris Middleton are like, that's it. That's the cure-all for the Lake. No, that's it. Like, his best team in basketball. Like, I don't think it's anything like that. Like, I don't think that solves anything. I do think there's a potential that it could move the needle slightly, right? Be a little better. Again, if Khris Middleton can be what he's doing for Dallas, then that drops down. Now Marcus Smart doesn't have to be the starter. You can drop somebody down. You have somebody that's more better suited as a starting 3 for the year or whatever. But more just kind of look at these guys and kind of get a feel for them for next season. Like, do these guys make sense in the rotation next year? Hopefully you're not having to have them start, but are these three guys that you have in the rotation that can kind of help, right? Because again, Lakers are going to have to use all their money in the starting unit to upgrade the starters. You need as many kind of rotation players and kind of higher end rotation guys. So now if Khris Middleton goes from your starting three this year to now he's the first wing off the bench and he's able to give you the similar production, boom, that just makes the Lakers better. Marcus Smart, if he sticks around, right? If you have a Matisse Thybulle and you don't have to go, now Matisse Thybulle drops down, now you got Marcus Smart, Matisse Thybulle off the bench as that point of attack, just defensive guard unit. Like, again, you're just that much better, right? Like, all of these things. And I think Khris Middleton would be good for guys like Jake LaRavia, Adu Thero, experienced veteran, kind of, 6'7" guy that can defend multiple positions, play multiple positions, has had a really good, successful career. So again, just kind of gives you another guy that can help the young guys, so on and so forth. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos. Truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.